Welcome everyone, and we are here with our very first showcasing with none other than Diamond to Dust. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Barry Hogue, and I am from Diamonds to Dust.
What instrument do you play?
As of now, I play guitar, and I do the clean vocals and some backup screams.
Hmm. So, how did the band Diamond to Dust come about? How did you guys all form?
Uh, well, well, I, all right. Well, since it's a very, very, very complicated history,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with our how we got our current lineup.
Okay.
So, pretty much, me and my brother Melvin, we've been in the band since the band's inception. So we pretty much started the band all together. Well, I started the band, and
Yeah. You gotta take credit.
and he's just been there since the very beginning. Our vocalist Christian, he actually tried out for the band. We had put a post on. Um, it's one of those Craigslist. I was like, I can't
That's
remember
usually
it.
everyone's go-to.
Yeah, we put out an ad on Craigslist, and he responded with a few other people, and he tried out, and he won the spot. And then our bass player Brandon, he is just a longtime friend, and he really wanted to be in a band. So he was just like, dude, if I buy a bass and I join the band, and I was like, you have to learn. He's like, yeah, sure. He went out like literally 5 days later, bought a
Commitment,
bass.
bro. That's commitment.
Yeah, we was just like, all right, well, and now like he's like really good. So we were like, damn, dude, kind of didn't expect this, but sure, let's go for it.
That's what's
So
up, man.
yeah,
So,
like,
your band has many different styles. You guys take on
yeah,
many genres, which I respect you guys for. Like a lot more, You
hmm
guys are willing to just tackle on new challenges and new sounds. Uh, what made you guys decide to go the deathcore route? Christian is a tank. Like,
yeah. Uh, it was just, like when I write something, because I write, you know, 95% of the music.
yeah,
you know, I'll just write whatever comes to me. And I believe the first deathcore song we wrote, Demon Slayer, we were at practice and we were just fooling around. And I was like, Christian, scream to this. And I was
oh my
you
god.
know,
Um,
so and then, you know, literally we were just fooling around. And I was like, you know what, that actually sounded pretty cool. And literally that's how that came about. We were like, all right, maybe we should write a few more deathcore songs.
yeah,
You
it
know?
came out great. From like again, like you guys like went from like post-hardcore to metalcore to pop punk. I think you guys were pop punk at one point, right?
Yeah, we were.
And then like this, and I'm like, this band is just sooner or later they're gonna come out with like a new metal album. Like you never know, like, honestly, with you guys.
Yeah.
I love it. Um, so I know like everyone's like dealing with this whole quarantine COVID-19 situation, and
hmm
playing shows have been put on a pause for everyone. Um,
Yeah.
like what is next for you guys? Like what are you guys planning on doing?
Um, well, our next step right now, since we really can't be playing any shows, we're still practicing, but for the majority of the time, we've actually formulated a plan. Actually, yesterday we finalized our plan, so we're going to be spending a ton of money on getting a bunch of new gear, um, finding more promotion outlets, because the goal is when this is all over to become a regional level band because we've been in the local scene for a while and nothing wrong with the local scene, but my thing
Branch out.
is, yeah, it's time to take the next step. We feel
Yeah,
like we've at least
established.
established
Yeah.
ourselves in the local scene, so now we need to become that next level band, just something like, maybe Sharp Tooth or, up to that level, or if I
Yeah.
were you, on that next level.
That's what's up. I mean, I wish you guys like nothing but the best in that journey.
Appreciate it.
What is your favorite part about your line of work, and what is your least?
My favorite part will definitely be the writing and recording, and it's not even so much the writing, because I don't actually write all my music on guitar. Like, I'll write a song in my head like while I'm driving, and then I'll go to the studio and then put it
on the steering wheel and whatnot.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, dun 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 dun. And I'll be like, oh, that riff sounds cool, and then I'll figure it out on guitar later, you know. But the writing and recording process, I love it, especially since Randy Pasquarella, he's like such a laid back guy, so he makes you feel welcome. So you're not pressured to like, just force something out there. He's just like, oh, you can't think of something now? Just come back next weekend.
Yeah.
We'll finish it then, and stuff like that, So it's not like you gotta pump it out right then and there, because I know some producers, they want you to, pump it out like that. And, he makes sure everything's perfect. I know some of the studios Currents had went to, they were saying one of their producers, I think in an interview, or they might have been talking to someone, like they have to do it in one take. They're not allowed.
Oh, the producer.
Yeah, the producer. He's like,
tough.
nope. Yeah, they're like,
tough.
Yep. So if they're playing a solo, he's like, no, I'm not punching you in. You have to, you have to do this take perfect. Dude, I would be the first to admit that's not happening.
I like that though, because you get it like first take. It's what you're feeling, like it's what you're feeling in the moment, and I mean it kind of it complements on how I write and how I go about it. Just one take and just go for it. You get like that raw sound, but at the same time you want like perfection.
Exactly.
You want crisp. You don't want it to sound sloppy. That's
yeah. I just couldn't do it. I tell people right now on camera, I cheats in the studio.
You heard it first here. I'm running with the wolves.
I cheat in the studio. I'll do it piece by piece. Go home, practice the hell out of it, and then do it perfect live. But in the studio, I'm like, oh man.
You're not the only one. Trust me. You're not.
Yeah, but I'm probably one of the few who will admit it.
Truth.
Yeah. Oh man.
So if you can set up a dream tour with 4 other bands, including yourself, what bands would they be?
So I've actually been thinking about that even more lately. And I'm like, man, there's just so many good bands, and I had to kept reformulating it, and I'm just like, I don't know. So all right, I'm gonna separate it into, national and local.
Okay.
So national, it's definitely Killswitch Engage,
Absolutely.
August Burns Red, Fit for a King. Yeah, I'm still going with Crystal Lake.
Okay. It's a solid lineup.
Crystal Lake, yeah.
Are you opening? Is your band opening? Are you guys co-headlining? What are we doing here?
Of course we have to open. We can't. we can't like maybe we could maybe headline over Crystal Lake, but over August Burns Red and Fit for a King, or Killswitch.
Yeah.
They'd be like, how dare you?
The audacity.
It was like the audacity. You're not on that level. Yeah. But definitely those locally, definitely have to be our label mates. Promises Unsaid, Empty Vessels, or Empty Vessel. I don't know why I say Empty Vessels.
Yeah.
Levitated, and For Those Who Can See.
Nice. They're out. They. I think they came out last year, right? I think they've been out for about a year.
They've been out for a little while, and we first played with them at a show in Pennsylvania at the Sportsman Cafe, and
nice.
we've been pretty cool ever since, And same thing with Levitated and Empty Vessel, we play shows with these guys, and they're all really cool guys. So I feel like if we went on tour with them, it would be a very solid tour.
No, yeah, that would be pretty solid,
You know?
especially with Empty Vessel. That guy's a tank. Like that presence of that band is just it's just in your face.
Oh, definitely. And then Promises Unsaid, you know, like I love those guys. They're like very chill and relaxed, you know. So like you could just joke around with them. They don't take much seriously. So I was just like,
yeah,
you know, we all went on tour. We would just have fun, you know. There wouldn't be any, you know,
drama.
Problems.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's what you pretty much want on tour. You don't want problems.
So we talked about, you know, everything being on pause, and you kind of went through a little brief on where you want your band to be, but in the long term, in the long game, 5 years from now, where do you see Diamonds to Dust? Where would you like that band to be?
At least entering or being at the national level, because we've been in the game for 6 years now, and you know, we feel like, all right, we're about to enter the regional level, because we're getting asked to play festivals and whatnot like that. So I'm like, all right, we're like almost there. So if it took us 6 years to get to this point, and another 5 to 6, maybe 7 tops, we'll be at the national level. And I understand people are like, you know, some people might say, well, why so long? I'm like, listen, this takes a long time.
Yeah, it's not like I guarantee if you guys came out in 2007, 2008, you guys would be right up there. I think it's because of technology and how music is kind of easily acquired now, and it's just...
it's longer. It takes, you know, you got to build your following on Spotify, which we're doing, and now Apple Music does it too. You can build a following on there. Yeah. Same with Amazon. So there's now so many more platforms. TikTok.
Oh my God!
You got to build a following on everything now, and it's just like, you know, and it's lots of money to promote, and you know, so we feel like in the next 5 years, you know, because I saw an interview by the band Ginger. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
such a good band.
Yeah, they're sick. You know, people think they came on the scene overnight, but it actually took them 15 years to get
where they are.
Where they are. You know, when I heard that, I was like, damn, 15 years? But when I thought about us, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? It took us about 6 years to get where we are. Randy from If I Were You, you know, he said it took them about...
it's hard work, and it's the grind. It's not an overnight thing. Just because you do a tour or two, you expect, you know, the lavish rock style lifestyle. It's not happening overnight, man. Like, what I like too is like when you like bands. Like my favorite band is Prada, The Worst Prada, and I grew up with that band since day one to where they are now. And to witness that progress, that evolution, you can see the grind and dedication it took to get where they are, you know?
Definitely.
And, you know, you look at bands like them, and then you got to ask yourself, well, can I be there where they're at in a year? No. You know, it's going to take time.
It is. And, you know, I'm not going to say it can't be done. You know, it's very slim. You know, it's kind of like rap. Everybody thinks they can just, you know, put out that one song and blow up.
Yeah.
You know, but even those rappers who you think blew up overnight, you know, like Post Malone, people think he just put out a song and blew up, which he did, but they didn't know that. He did. He definitely did. But at the same time, they don't know he was in the game for like 5 or 6 years prior. He like tried out for what you call it? Yeah, tried out to be the vocalist for Crown the Empire.
Yeah, he was in metalcore. I've seen a few clips. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah,
a metalcore band.
Exactly, and even when he transferred to, you know, hip hop, he was still in the game for like a year or two before he blew up.
I think he had to find like his lane and his niche, and I think he's comfortable where he's at, you know.
Exactly. So, you know, it's very few who go viral and become successful, because just because you go viral doesn't mean you're going to be successful either, you know.
Truth.
Yeah, so
you just have that little hot spurt, that hot moment, you know.
Exactly, and if you don't know how to capitalize on it, then
exactly
out of luck too. So, you know, it's hard work. it's hard work, and most of these people put in work for years. And if you don't think that you need to put in the work to be successful, then
yeah,
you're gonna stay in that dream.
Yeah, absolutely. So the band name Diamonds to Dust. Every band has an origin on how they came up with their name. How did you come up with Diamonds to Dust?
So when it comes down to the name Diamonds to Dust, you know, I was gonna try to like make up some kind of deep meaning just for this interview.
Yeah, it's so hard.
And I was just like, you know what? There is no meaning to Diamonds to Dust. We kind of let people make up their own meaning. But
yeah,
like I said in the beginning, I started the band, and before my brother joined, there was the OG members, and we were initially called No Regrets, and there's 100 million bands called No Regrets. Yeah. Even to this day, I think if you looked up No Regrets, you'll just see a list of bands called No Regrets. So, I was talking to everybody, and I was like, "You need a name that's original, that nobody else has." And I was spitfiring names, they were throwing out names, and I was like, "What about Diamonds to Dust?" Everybody was just like, "No." I'm like, "All right, so what are we gonna call out?" They're like, "What are we gonna call ourselves?" And I was just like, they had nothing. I'm like, "We're Diamonds to Dust."
Yeah.
Like that name. I'm like, "Well, we're Diamonds to Dust." That's it. Like, I'm tired of going on names. We were going through names for like days.
I think the worst part is when you come up with like something that you really, really, really like, and it comes to find out that, oh crap, it's been taken. Like, we can't use
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So what is your songwriting process? How do you guys go about creating, your singles and your EPs? Like, do you have something on your mind, or is it just?
For the most part, because I have a very huge imagination.
Yeah.
So for me, I will, like I said earlier, there's a lot of times stuff will come to me just in my head, while I'm driving, or I'll just be at work and I'll be tapping on the desk and I'll be like, "Oh snap, that could be a cool breakdown. Let me, build upon that," or something like that. Nowadays, I shouldn't say rarely. If the song is very heavy, more breakdown based, I pretty much didn't write that on guitar. I pretty much had it in my head, and then I translated it. So, but if it's one of our more technical songs, I definitely wrote that on
guitar. Yeah.
If there's a bunch of leads and solos and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I wrote that out. But for the most part, like I said, I write 90 to 95%. Normally if we have a second guitarist, I have already written the song, and they came in and "Oh, let's add this," or "Let's take out that and make it more like this," but primarily I write all the music. When it comes to the lyrics, Christian writes out deathcore lyrics. I write primarily all the other lyrics because I do the clean vocals.
Yeah.
Soon we're going to be adding our bass player, as doing some clean vocals as well, because Diamonds to Dust is known for having two singers.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
So we were just like, all right, he said he actually can sing. It'll be interesting because the dude sounds like Ronnie Radke.
Oh my God!
I think it's a good thing,
I think he's probably one of the best vocalists in the game right now. That's my personal opinion.
He definitely is, and me as an individual, I don't really like him as a person like that.
I don't think a lot of people do.
But as a businessman and a musician, gotta give props where props.
Absolutely.
Dude is on point. I'm like, what he does in his personal life doesn't affect me. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. His last two releases were just, what the heck? Where'd this come from?
Yeah, the dude is on point. So, when my bassist was like, "Oh, I want to start doing some cleans," and I heard him sing, and I was just like,
I gotta hear this.
I'm like, okay.
I gotta hear this.
I'm like, all right. So, not the current release that we're working on, because I had already finished the vocals, but every release afterwards, he will be on it.
Okay,
he's gonna be on it. So it's like it's gonna be interesting. We'll go back and forth, kind of trying to do like Fit for a King, how they have two clean vocalists, and the screams, and they make it work. So we're going for that dynamic.
So you guys are Christian Deathcore. I'm not sure if you want to be put in a box.
No, we are. You know, when me and Melvin formed this last, not this current lineup, but the last lineup, you know, we were just like, we want to be a Christian band, you know, 100%, because we feel like, you know, I don't know about every other Christian band out there, but I feel like it doesn't put us in a box, you know. We perform with everybody. Nobody has ever booed us off stage. Nobody has ever been like, well, we've had a few people that's been like, oh my God, you can't be deathcore and a Christian. I'm like, well, we just did it.
That was my follow-up. Is it difficult? I'm not sure like what Christian's writing process is, but to be that type of genre and to add that element, is it kind of difficult to create, or is it a no-brainer for you guys?
For me, when I write, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I don't know about his writing process, so I can't speak for him. But when I write, but we also don't just write, you know, Christian lyrics all the time. You know, we like to also write about life and, you know, what you call it, stuff that's important to us, like the Devil's Forge. You know, Christian wrote that. You know, Christian, if I'm explaining this wrong, sorry. You know, but I believe it's when he had his daughter, you know, he was scared that he wasn't going to be a good father, you know, and he's a magnificent father, you know, so, but that's what that was about. You know, he was having like devilish dreams that he wouldn't be, you know, a good father. So, you know, that's what that song is about. It's not really a Christian-based song.
Yeah.
You know, so we write about other things, but it doesn't put us in the box because we don't let it. Like, I know some people will be like, oh, you know, I feel like I can't write about a certain topic. Dude, our song Diamond Through Its Eyes is about a woman getting abused. I can write whatever I want and still be in a Christian band.
True. Sometimes I do feel that way for being in a metalcore band, like metalcore. I felt that, and maybe it's because I am how I hear the genre and like so when I can't write like really post-hardcore lyrics or anything of that of like of the emo kind of tone to a metalcore guitar riff, you know what I mean? I just hear two different things. You know what I mean? But then when you think of Killswitch Engage and you listen to a lot of their lyrics, it's a lot of emotional stuff going on over there, you know?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's how you process things.
How to translate it, but
And in my personal opinion, you know, like I said, you know, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe, you know. I know, like, we don't really preach on stage, you know, but, you know, we always make sure we tell people God bless. And, you know, this song is, you know, about our Savior, you know, Jesus Christ. And, you know, nobody has ever said, like, boo, you guys are a Christian band.
Yeah, no.
Like, they'll literally be like, I can see it on some people's faces. They're
this giant bear as a guitar player, you know.
You know, like we had one person message us. They were just like, "You guys were the first Christian band I've ever listened to, and it was sick." You know, you guys, you know, they were just like, you guys were just so like inviting. You know, because that's the thing. We don't, you know, we'll play with anybody. You know, you can be my best friend, first of all, is hardcore atheist. Like, he will tell me, we'll talk religion, and, you know, we'll have a good debate, and then he'll be like, dude, you never know, you're never going to get me to change, right? And I'm like, I know. But, you know, I respect him, and he respects me, and that's what we do as a band. You know, just because we're a Christian band, we won't go up there and just be like, oh, you know, if you guys don't close your eyes and bow your head, you're all going to hell. It's just like,
yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Like, you know, this song is for Jesus Christ. Breakdown, boom. You know,
yeah,
and like that's how we are. It's just like, you know, we let the music speak for itself. You know, you know, and that's how I personally feel. I'm like, there's no need for me to preach on stage because everything you need to hear is in the lyrics.
It's in the lyrics. Yeah, I respect that, man. I respect it. I like that you guys stick to your guns and you guys don't budge for anybody, you know. And then a lot of musicians can learn from that. So you guys went through a lot of lineup changes, you said, correct?
Yep.
So every band has like their dark moment. What inspires you guys to keep pushing forward? What's driving you guys to just see tomorrow? Like, all right, it's gonna be better. We're just gonna. What keeps pushing you guys?
You know, the first thing is, you know, our faith, you know, because again, Christian band. But the other thing is, you know, we love music. Like me and Melvin has been doing this. We've been doing Diamonds and Dust for 6 years.
Yeah.
But we've been in the game.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah. I know. I think when I first moved up here, you guys were.
Yeah, we've been in the game for. I think I'm going on 32. I've been in the game since I was 18.
OG.
Yeah. You know, and shoot, how old is Melvin now? So he's been in the game.
He was a wee lad
Yeah, like he was like I think 12 or something like that. You know, because I could never find a drummer, and he got a drum kit for Christmas one year. And I was like, yo, you're my drummer. End of story. And he has been my drummer ever since. I have never played with another drummer, ever. And you know, no offense to all drummers are out there or anything like that, but like if he ever was just like, I'm done, I'm just like, we're not getting another drummer. We're sampling. Like respect. Unless we like really, really had to or stuff like that, I don't think I could play with another drummer.
You know, you guys like have that zen, you guys vibe, and it's that energy, you know.
It's just been like that for so many years that I think like that chemistry is like very important.
Yes, I agree. You know?
So if he left or just didn't want to do it anymore, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
Sucks. But for the most part, like our darkest time, we almost did quit at one point, but you know, me and him, we were just like, no, you know, we love this, we want to perform, you know, we want to make it to the top.
Yeah.
So we actually gave ourselves one more chance. We were like, let's try it one more time, and if it doesn't work, you know, we would stay a studio band. We were like, we're still not even give up. We just want to be a band.
Yeah.
The studio band, which it worked out. I was just like, oh man, I hope this works out.
Well, I'm glad you guys kept pushing forward. You know, you guys released some amazing music recently, and the grind doesn't stop, bro.
It doesn't. It's so much work. It is. It's so much work that like, a lot of people just see the success, or they'll just see, yo, man, these guys are really, really tight. You know, they're like, and you only practice once a week. I'm like, yeah, but it's like once a week for 3 hours, and we'll play the same 2 to 3 songs for 3 hours until we get it ready.
Yeah, you know? Every band has to have that mindset too.
Yeah.
From point A to point B. Like we have to have that drive. We have to have that ambition. And if you don't have that, there's no point of you doing music at all. That's just my opinion.
Exactly. You know, there's been a few people who I've seen on, you know, social media saying, oh, well, you know, if you're trying to make heavy music a career, you know, you're out of your mind, you're an idiot, you're this, that, and the third. I'm just like, dude, you know, there are so many bands that maybe they're not living off of heavy music per se. Yeah. They may have a full-time job, but the music supplements it, so that way they can buy their house, buy their car, pay their bills, you know. Stop putting down people's dreams. It's not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, Barry, I want to say thank you for doing the very first showcasing,
Oh,
for
no
being our
problem,
very
man.
first showcase for Running with the Wolves.
I appreciate it.
It means a lot, you know. Shout out to Barry, shout out to Carissa, shout out to Randy. If you want some amazing artwork, hit up Carissa Pasquarella. If you want good quality studio work, hit up Randy Pasquarella Studio.
Definitely, I agree.
And again, thank you for being on with us. Diamonds to dust, everybody. Mr. Barry Hogue.
All right, man.
All
you
right.
know, I appreciate being on here, and you know, I pray for your success, and
Appreciate it.
I hope the best for everyone.
Yeah. Again, Running with the Wolves promotion. Diamonds to dust. Peace, man.
All right. Have a good one, man.